Hello everyone, thank you for joining me for Make It Again Monday. It happens to be Thanksgiving in Canada, and so I'm circling back to a gorgeous set by Spellbinders called Glimmering Autumn Woods. I'm really focusing in on those fall colors, and so let's get started with some Distress Spray ink. This is a fast and easy way to color all of those hot foil stamped images. I'm spraying the stain on Bristol Smooth cardstock. Bristol Smooth has the ability to withstand a little bit of moisture, so it's a good choice for this technique. I created a different color combo for each piece of Bristol Smooth cardstock, one being slightly more muted that I used for the mushrooms. If you're interested in the colors that I've used, I'll have those listed on my blog at bonniecarolee.com. All of the images were foiled in copper using the Glimmer Hot foil system. With 3 cards, I foiled a lot of images. There are a few factors to get a nice foiling result, and probably one of the more important ones is how smooth the cardstock is. Bristol Smooth really is smooth and gives a beautiful foiling result. The coordinating dies were used to cut all of the images. This set also comes with some additional standalone dies. I use them to die cut all of my little extra bits and pieces of the distress stained paper. So you may notice that I'm working on this rather well-used craft media mat. It is because I just finished spending quite a bit of time getting liquid adhesive off my glass mat. At this particular moment in time, I have a high level of commitment to keeping my mat clean. Of course, as time rolls on, that will wear off and I'll be in the same boat again. Not a very nice background for you to be looking at, and to make matters worse, as I continued working, I forgot all about taking it off when it didn't need to be there. But the upside for me is that when I finished my project, my glass mat was pristine. Cardstock colors that I chose are pretty typical autumn colors: olive green, amber, and rust. These 4" by 5 1/4" panels were embossed using Spellbinders Scattered Fall Embossing Folder. They are matted on brown cardstock panels that are just slightly larger, and then onto an A2 size top folding card base. Each of these 3 colors of cardstock and some black sheet foam were die cut with a circle die from a nesting die set. The cardstock circles were stacked on the foam. I then mixed it up and put a different color circle on each of the cards. When making multiple cards, I like to put one card together completely and then use that one as a pattern to follow to put together the remaining ones. When making an arrangement, I always do a layout first just to get a sense of what it's going to look like. Do I stick exactly to plan? No. But I have a fairly good idea of where the major pieces are going to go, and then the smaller details can be tucked in to help fill it out. Some of these images will be mounted with foam squares and other with adhesive, and then some with both. The leaves that have been tucked into the top of the circle have some adhesive at the base, and then to help them sweep up, they are finished off with a small foam square. The little floral stem that I'm adhering now are one of the standalone dies that came with the set. Because the mushroom is foam mounted, it makes it very easy to tuck in some of the other elements underneath it. The smaller flowers are placed here and there to fill out the arrangement. The foiled sentiment also included with this set has been mounted on a strip of sheet foam. After all 3 cards were completed, I decided to add in some shading with some Copic markers. Using a medium and light brown tone, I added in some additional color underneath the mushroom cap and along one side of the stem. I also did a little bit of shading on the acorns. When I began this project, I thought that I had prepared more than enough elements for these 3 cards, but I actually had to go back and do some additional foiling and die cutting. So clearly an arrangement like this takes a lot more than you might think. These cards were finished off with gold confetti that was placed around the arrangement, and then I finished things off with some little gold pearls that were placed on the elements themselves. And it wouldn't be my card if I didn't finish up that confetti with Nouveau Crystal Drops Morning Dew. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Make It Again Monday. I love having the opportunity to come back to those techniques and products that I absolutely love. I hope you enjoyed this video with this gorgeous set by Spellbinders Glimmering Autumn Woods. And as always, I appreciate your visit.